Hiya Dave, super session yesterday. Just a quick recap on the key points. When we look at it first of all from down the target line, doing some great work in the backswing. What we see here is it's set up, the right arm gets a little bit too straight, right elbow getting above the left. So all I want you to do is put a little bit more pressure under the back of the right arm. You can see there as you do that, the shoulders realign, and that's softening up that left arm, making it a little bit easier to get the club back on the correct path. Super position at the top. What we've got now though is we've got, albeit a much better transition, P5's improved dramatically. From P5 onwards there's a little bit too much rotation still. The right arm expands at too quick a rate, and as soon as that happens the club starts to get a little bit out in front of you. Wrist runs out too quick, rate of closure increases. You can see the gap between your wrists at that point, losing that gap. Quite a lot of face rotation as you come through, not a great deal of linear movement. You can see the right heel coming up rather than banking in. So what we've asked you to do here is work a little bit on what's going on through the ball. You can see there that right arm getting a little bit high again, but having said that, you always make a pretty good backswing from that position. What we're trying to do here is cut the finish off at chest height. That regulates the rate at which the right arm is expanding and the right wrist is flattening out. Still a little bit too much at that point, but you can see the right heel now is starting to bank in, which is a sign that you're extending and tucking better, and that little bit extra linear movement is controlling the rate of closure on the club face. So you can see there, here we've got this quick closing of the club face. Here we've got a more gradual closing of the club face. And what we were saying is during your session is that move that you make through the ball, particularly on this one, is what's really making it difficult for you to, first of all, get rid of that little bit of a heavy quick left one in the long game, but also more importantly control the distance of your wedge play. If you notice your wedges yesterday, when that club closes down that quickly, you run the risk you could be coming in with a 54 degree wedge, make that move through impact, you're taking all the loft off it. And when you notice yesterday when we were doing the wedge control drill, whenever you closed the club face down and pulled it left, instead of hitting the 60 yards that we were trying to get you to hit, you were getting sometimes in excess of 68 yards, which on a golf course is not going to get it done. So we're going to, in order to tighten up that wedge game, you've got to control the rate of closure on the club face better than you are doing at the moment. So we gave you a couple of drills there from face on. First of all, we're trying to hit out in front of the cane, and what this is all about is controlling and improving the position at P6. So all we've got here is we've got the club hovered above the cane, and you're trying to hit out in front of that cane during the downswing. You can see as you do that, that right arm doesn't expand as early, the wrists don't expand as early. P6 is looking much better, handle of the club more over the top of the golf ball, much more shaft lean coming through, less face rotation at that point. And then the other drill is to just push that ball forward, controlling the rate at which the club closes down, much quieter release, and you can see that shaft getting parallel to the ground much later. Plenty to work on. Good luck. I look forward to seeing you again in a week or so's time.